call this meeting. This is our work session, the Ware County Board of Commission work session on Monday, January the 12th, 26 at 3:30. I'm gonna do a roll call. Mr. Burse.
Present.
Mr. Tindall. Mr. Lucas.
Here.
Mr. Cox.
Here.
Chair's here. Okay. Let's, before we get started, I've asked Mr. Burse if he would lead us in prayer.
Yes. Father, we thank you, Lord, for this day. We pray, God, you will bless us, oh God, as we deliberate the business of this county. We pray, God, you will bless us, oh God, as we enter into this new year. And we ask, God, that you would just give us the right decisions to make, oh God, that will impact all the citizens of Waycross and Ware County. And Father, just thank you, oh God, for your son Jesus for dying for our sins. We ask, Lord, you would just continue to be with us in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll be seated, please. We have a guest speaker. Do we have anybody that signed up as a guest speaker?
I don't have anybody.
We don't? Okay. We have the Employee of the Year. This is Teresa. Would you come up, please?
For the month of the year.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So I'm here to present the 2025 Employee of the Year. And just to let you know how we pick the Employee of the Year, we take all the winners from the Employee of the Month from the year, and they get voted on by our HR committee. And the winner this year is Mr. Adam Herron from the airport.
Adam Herron.
I don't have a spiel because I already gave you all your flowers when you won.
So y'all
So we
go
can
all
just
that
go.
there.
We're just gonna give you money.
Okay, that's awesome. He said you would share. That's what I would want to be told. Get the check yet? Oh, no.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Then right here, please. 1, 2, 3, big smile. Thank you.
For Teresa's record.
Congratulations.
Y'all just cover up James and put Teresa in his spot.
Appreciate it. Thanks, sir.
All right, now.
Good job.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, this one here.
What's she
Okay.
looking for?
I didn't give him 2 checks.
Oh,
Now, the Employee of the Month.
Yes. So now we're gonna do the Employee of the Month for January 2026. It's Miss Pam Neely with our Building Maintenance Department. She could not be here today with us, so I'm just gonna read her write-up and do her recognition, and just so we can say we recognize her even though she couldn't be here. So she was nominated by County Manager Schubert, and he recommended her because as a valued member of the Building Maintenance Department, she consistently goes above and beyond her duties as a housekeeper. She's always willing to help staff members and citizens at any time, often rearranging or shuffling her own responsibilities to accommodate special requests without hesitation. Her flexibility, positive attitude, and strong work ethic set her apart. She takes great pride in her work and ensures that all areas are clean, welcoming, and well-maintained. Ms. Neely's dedication, professionalism, and commitment to service make her truly deserving of this recognition. And if you ever ran into her, she usually is downstairs in this building. If you've ever seen her, she is bubbly and she's always happy and very welcoming. And so we really appreciate her work and her personality and her attitude towards her job. So we thank her, and here's her recognition.
Good deal.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. Okay, we have a couple of appointments for the commission. We have a vice chair of the Ware County Board of Commissioners.
Okay.
And, for you to pick somebody, so which,
I'd nominate,
Well, we're
Mr.
not voting right now, you're just discussing, and she's looking up whether you can do 2 in a row or if they can have both.
Okay.
I think we got that worked
Well,
out.
I thought we got that
Yeah.
worked out anyway.
We got that worked out.
I was gonna nominate
yeah,
Mr. Burris for the vice chair and nominate Mr. Cox for the ex officio.
Okay.
we can handle them like that. We can,
Just take the vote at the,
okay. Is it, for the vice chair, we've asked, he's made a motion that Mr. Burris be nominated for the vice chair. I hear a motion.
Mr. Chairman, we're not gonna take a vote right now, cause we're just in the work
That's
session,
right.
but
We
with
in the work
discussion
session.
right now, and then we'll carry it over to the regular meeting.
Let's carry that one over on that one. So, okay, now, on the ex officio of the Ware County Public Library, I hear a motion on that one, or.
We're gonna do it the
you
same thing.
pick this- You done picked
Barry
Barry
Cox.
for that, okay.
got
We'll
it.
carry it over to the,
that
we'll carry it over, I get confused on that move.
We'll move
All
it
right.
over.
Let's go on to the agenda items. Approve airport lease. Is very, Dee's gonna explain that one.
Good afternoon, Chairman and Commissioner. Before we get started on the airport lease, I do want to say, I'd hate for him to come up, but Adam being our employee of the year out at the airport, I do want to commend Adam for a job that he does, which is above and beyond. When my transition come in out there, Adam done nothing but help me with any and everything, and to this day, he'll help anybody with anything that they need. And we are very fortunate to have Adam at our airport. He does a great job. He pretty much knows everything about it, and he's all about it. We can do it ourselves. He tends to try to do it ourselves without going out and spending money. So I just want to congratulate Adam on being an employee of the month for the airport. He does do a great job for us.
Good deal.
So.
Thank you,
right now, on our,
appreciate that.
Airport lease, we have a lease for, Mr. Michael and Miss Vicky Franklin. The lease meets all of our criteria, everything that it's supposed to have done. They meet everything. Y'all do have a copy of it.
Right.
And everything is pretty much self-explanatory in the lease. It goes right along with all the others that we've approved, nothing out of the way for this one. And it will take effect, when we get through, hopefully after today, when y'all approve it in the meeting, it'll go ahead and take effect for it. But everything meets criteria for having a land lease where he can put him a hangar out there for his airplane.
Okay. The only question I had on that was there anything in the future that we saw that may have been asked for in that area for future
No, sir.
thing, anything later on?
That's not.
It's not been, and we're good with it.
Mr. Chairman, I have one, and I don't think there'll be an issue, but the way this is drawn on the map, and I feel like it's probably drawn there because using the software it was used, but it's drawn where it runs, at an angle towards that concrete apron,
Yeah,
and I think we need to parallel that concrete apron with the same size and just parallel it so that they can use that, that apron. We don't have to do a concrete, 40-foot concrete apron up to the building.
I mean, that won't be no problem. That'd be good.
he's there, yeah.
Franklin's good for that. That won't be no problem there whatsoever.
yeah.
If
I don't-
everybody understands what we're gonna do with
Yeah.
the maps, we'll redraw the maps to show it parallel along the side of that apron there.
Well, he may have it parallel with that building over there, and you may wanna leave that building, may have to put a little more asphalt there or something, because, from an aerial view, it would be,
Will it be in line with the other building that's there?
wouldn't it be in
Like
line
this?
with it?
It'd be in line where just like, it'd be.
I think that's
Straight
what they were
together,
going
yeah.
by there.
Well, if you tilt it this way with that concrete apron, it ain't gonna be in line.
I don't have the picture of
Yes, come here.
Here, you want it?
Just looking. Is that a concrete apron or a asphalt?
That's concrete,
Is it?
yeah.
He's staying in the buildings together. Might
See what
just
I'm
shift it a
saying?
little closer to that apron.
Chief, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, if whatever we need to do to move it, to keep it to whatever, that would be no problem.
What are you talking about?
Move it, if we have to, right where it's
Moving
that
that back to
location,
the
move
apron,
it
so
either
that
way.
or either you got
Not
to pay all
want it
this
to
in
be
here,
beneficial to us.
or move it
We can
down,
do that.
or either
That's no
change
problem,
the
'cause there's
building.
nothing else
With
down there.
that apron right there,
Okay.
where does that go?
That's the
Stop anything
tax
from there.
road.
I think I speak for a lot of us on here, cause we talked about that, but we just wanna keep everything uniform out there.
I won't give you a problem.
Okay. Just look at that, D, that'll be fine. Okay, anything else?
The other thing that I would, like to bring before the commission, we would like, I would like to get permission at the airport with y'all's permission, the 73 acres that we have out there that we have cleared, that we have cut the trees down. I would like to get prices on grubbing that and clearing that and making that nice and clean. But I'll need y'all's permission to move forward doing that there. So that's what I would like to see for us to do that, is move to the next phase of grubbing that, clearing that up, where it'll look good.
Make it look
That's
nice.
73 acres.
Okay. I got one request on that too, Joe, if we could. Let's try to get somebody local from Ware County, since it's Ware County Airport, try to keep everything local. Can't find nobody local, business local, that would do that big of a job, then I'll be okay with going outside, but if we can, let's keep it in Ware County first.
And I'm sure we'll have to get a bid package together and all that, and when we
Right.
send the bid package out, we'll
Okay,
definitely, that'll be a part of it.
all right.
Okay,
Chairman,
Go
so,
ahead.
and just, in conjunction with that, so you're talking about the grubbing and getting it cleaned off, so is that for future expansion of hangar space, or just to make it
So,
aesthetics,
well,
or what?
Yeah, for what anything that we might use it for, right now, it's just no use, with just
Okay.
being the way it is, but we see an area where we're growing out there, and we would like to have more hangars, more T-hangers, more other stuff, but we would really like to get it while it's at this stage, before stuff starts growing back up in it.
Right.
Go ahead and get it cleared, where we'll have something pretty out there, and if somebody needs to come by and get some acreage off of that, we would have it already available for them, we wouldn't have to go back in and do this at that
Right.
time.
okay.
Okay.
Chief, what was the waiting list roughly on hangers?
We got I think there's like
Say 17 or something?
15 or 20, yes. There's 15 or 20 right now on a waiting list just to get a hanger. So we got plenty of people wanting,
Hangers.
Mr. Burris
there
has that
definitely
land
need.
out there on this side of that.
So we
street
go ahead
right
and
there,
clear
so
all
they
this
put one
land
there.
off, you probably
We
can
put
put
them
how
all
many
on
on there?
that
We
road
can,
on the other
yeah,
side.
this will give us a good shot of having it clear, so we'll know what
That's
we
reason
can.
we want
But we really need to
think
clean
that's
it up,
reason
just
we
help the appearance and
Aesthetics
everything, so
of it.
we'll know what needs to go. But yeah, there is a waiting list,
Okay.
It ain't a good
between
picture
15
of
and
the
20
whole
people
area,
waiting
and
to
that's
get
where
on.
we
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
we'll have to go look at it.
Maybe that'll bring more businesses in here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I got one other question
Yes,
too. I got to ask when I was talking with you earlier today about, but on the, when you're talking about starting in 2030, about the, increase in the annual rent,
Yes, sir.
and it's stating an amount that we can go up, but, and I don't know if any of us will be here, but, you know, is that something we think we need to put out now as to what we will be going up, or wait to see because of, you know, inflation, whatever, you know?
Right.
And-
I can, if you don't mind me going back and looking at that part and not giving you an answer now until I can look and ask Miss Jody and get and seeing what we usually do. 'Cause Miss Jody usually does our leases for us that's out there. And she can help me out with determining what would be the best thing to go for as far as if we need to go up or whatever. And then I can come back and bring it to y'all with what we need to do
Okay.
at the next one.
Because I know when I come on here, at that time, the rents hadn't been increased for years.
Yes, sir.
And so, you know, it would be better to do it in increments, whereas, you know, you're doing it, if it's every other year, if it merited, you know.
Yes, sir.
Rather than just saying, wait to 10 years and then you got to make a big jump, you know.
Right. And if it's okay with y'all, I'll get with Miss Judge, that way I don't wanna say something that'd be wrong and we had to go back in, but I'll get with her and then I'll come back with y'all and answer and we'll see what we need to go to from there.
Okay.
And Mr. Chairman, if I may, Commissioner Verse, to your question, my recollection is that that was the attempt, and of course that many previous commissioners ago, but that was the attempt, their attempt at building in kind of a stepped schedule so that it would go ahead and be set, whereas, you know, where the tenant renting would understand, you know, we've already got this schedule set up. Now, certainly, you know, that can be adjusted as you all desire, but I think that was the intent, was to have something built in also so that, you know, you all didn't have to look at it every single year and determine, okay, do we want to make a change this year? Let's go ahead and get a graduated schedule set up.
And I think that's a good way to approach it, you know, like do it in increments or have it already set so you know what you're getting into when you get it, you know, get the lease. Yeah.
I think that's a good idea, Mr. Burson.
And
Have a schedule we can look at.
right.
Yeah.
And also, that can talk about, the chief, fire chief, since he's been at the airport, I just wanna commend him for stepping up to the plate. And he's really going all in and implemented some things out there, and I think it's just great whenever we can come in and you take it to the next level, you know, and I think we had a great airport manager, Mr. Frank, and, he moved on, and, you come in, and so I just wanna let you know, I appreciate what you're doing out there, and, you kinda keep us abreast of what's going on and have clarity, you know, and that's all we want, you know.
Well, thank y'all, and I can promise you, it's nothing that I can do without the help of the airport staff, because they are truly experienced, and I can honestly say, we have planes that come in here from all over, and some days you out there, just go by and read our guest book at what some of these people from out of town just write about our airport. You'd be surprised, our staff is always welcoming to them, and we welcome them into the community, and we welcome them back to the community. So they spend a good bit of money with us, and we appreciate it. And we appreciate what y'all allow us to do out there as well.
That's good.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate
you,
you. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you. Okay. We'll carry that one over then. All right, B, completion of paving on Emerson Park Road. We have some streets over there that has not been paved, and they wasn't on this list. And,
Is that the ones highlighted in blue?
yeah, James has got them listed here, and I'm gonna ask him to explain the whole situation on it.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, thank you. Utah Avenue, Columbia Avenue, Wyoming Avenue, Pennsylvania Avenue, Montana Avenue, were not included in that last plan. And with that, with our second phase, or phase 2 of our short roads, we have approximately $715,000 of LMIG money that's left over. So my question to the commission was to either proceed in Emerson Park with these roads, which would be about $779,000 estimate, or move out somewhere else and use this LMIG money there. So my concern in the Emerson Park area for these roads is I've seen at least one of these roads go underwater before. So I don't know if we don't need to look at some more hydrology study or drainage study along Wally Road in that area to see if, before we add some impervious area. Cause the last thing we wanna do is push water off on anybody. And we have spent, roughly, or a little over $1 million or roughly $1 million in that area, not quite $1 million, but part of $1 million in that area on these other short roads. So I was gonna ask the commission if you wanted to continue there, or if we wanted to move out and go into another area of the county and find some roads to, pave with that $715,000.
Is there anywhere else, county manager, anywhere else in the county that we started a project maybe years ago and never got finished? And, cause I don't like to do the spotting. You know, we go in there and we do 3 or 4 roads and you got 15, you come over here, you do 3 or 4 roads and you got 10 left. I'd like to go in there and do all the roads in that community, and then when we get them done, then go to another community.
Right.
So my question is do we have another community, since we got drainage issues that concern us here? Do we have another area in Ware County that we started however many years ago and never finished? And take that money and put it toward it and finish that area? So next time when we have road money come up, we could probably come back to this one or go to another area that we spot dead and didn't do the whole community.
Right. I'm not aware of any right off the top of my head, but I haven't looked at it from that standpoint either, at other projects. I know that I've spoken with Commissioner Cox about some areas in Millwood, and then I spoke with Commissioner Burse today about another area on the south side of town. And so it's kind of which way the commission would want to do. I say Commissioner Cox wanted to look at Millwood, I believe it was.
The Folks Minute Road.
Folks Bennett, and get people within a mile. Commissioner Burst wanted to look at
South Avenue.
South Avenue, which is over there off of East Washington. Is that right? Solomon,
Right.
East Washington. So we just kind of what the commission decides to do on those.
I'd like to look at, you look at the city and you look at how many paved roads are in the city, and then where the city attaches to the county with those paved roads. Whatever roads that are in the county closest to the city limits, I'd like to take a good stern look at those and see how many of those are still dirt that borders the city. And I'd love to get those paved and work our way out.
Right. And so I will say that in your TIA projects on the south side of town, Gilchrist Park is listed as part of those projects. I'm not sure if they named any specific roads, but I know that they named it as Gilchrist Park paving. So there's some in there. Also out Knight Avenue, there's some labeled in the TIA out there, Driggers, Pecan, those areas. And then we took Scriven and Lakeview off the paving LMIG, from the LMIG on the off of 84 Morningside, because the estimate on Lakeview itself was $1.2 million because of the drainage. We're gonna have to do some curbing and catch some water, and purchase some easements. And then Scriven, come to find out, was on railroad right of way, so that'll take a while to permit that one. On the other ones, I'm not sure. We'd have to look, because these short roads that we did phase 1, it's not only in Emerson Park, it moves throughout the urban area of the county, so to speak. So it's gonna catch a lot of those roads that's right around the city. We do have a petition on Wilcox to pave it. So it's just whatever the commission decides to do, we're more glad that we'll put a list together and see what we can do.
When we had this, when we voted this 1 cent in, we had a lot of, it was voted down twice. And the people out in the county said that they wouldn't vote for it because we were spending all the money down around the city. So we got voted down twice for that reason. And we promised them that we would go out in the county a little bit. So I feel like we should put some of this money out in the outer county, like Barry was talking about it around Millwood, maybe Dixie Union, Maine, or somewhere. We need to give them a little, there's a lot of boats out there, there's a lot of taxis come from out there. Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff goes on around Maynard. Burst and I, we was down there around the Moore Farm. There's a bunch of activity down there. A lot of stuff going on, and blueberries, different places. And they pay a lot of tax, so we need to keep that in consideration if we go out.
Absolutely, I agree.
We need to go out a little bit, maybe look at some of the outer roads if y'all would.
And the Ruskin community out there too.
Yeah,
There's a lot of dirt roads still out there in the Ruskin community.
that's right.
I would kinda like to look at like places in Millwood that would give people in a settlement, maybe a half a mile or a mile to a paved road to get out, because I know some of them that lives, I can't think of the name of the road, but it's 4 miles for them to get out. When it gets wet weather, they have trouble getting in and out, so I'd like to look at, maybe paving something where it'll give them less than a mile to a good paved road to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have had a lot of them say, that's the only reason we voted for the 1% money was to,
Get it
maybe get
paved.
some paved roads out here, so.
And
Well, that stands to reason.
Mr. Chairman, for me,
Go ahead.
and I agree in part what Commissioner Luca was saying about, in a perfect world, it would be nice if we could just go in one area and do them all. But then you would just be satisfying that group of people.
One, yep.
All right, whereas if you pave something there and then you come out here, everybody will be getting a little piece of the pie,
Yeah.
And just like the chairman, when he come on, he was talking about and it's the first time I had ever heard of it, because all I ever know was about paving road, but surface treatment, which is an alternative, works real good, and it's basic to get people out the mud.
Right.
You don't have all the whistles and the bells and all that kind of stuff, but you do have a paved road to get out of there.
Yeah.
And that's why I was talking about, like on South Avenue, they paved that road, and I guess the city paved, but then they stopped right there at the county. And I was talking with the manager when we was talking about this money, and in Emerson Park right now, like I say, we got some issues about drainage. And it wouldn't be wise and prudent for us to go in there and start doing a bunch of paving and knowing we got that problem lying there. That wouldn't really make any sense. So I was thinking, hey, since we got a lot of the roads paved out there, that we could move into other areas, like Barry was talking about Millwood, South Avenue, and give those people some relief out there also.
Which I don't want to abandon Emerson Park.
Right.
Like I say, once we get a study done, maybe we can find money to go in there and pave them.
Right.
And that way you'll get rid of the graders being in that area.
Exactly.
But I would like to get a study done, because I'd hate to pave something and it be underwater next
Right.
week.
Well, that wouldn't speak well for
No.
this body.
No.
To do something like that,
No, sir, it wouldn't.
And most everything in Emerson Park's pretty well paved,
It is.
James, but what, a couple of roads or?
You probably
Emerson
got
All but these
six.
roads that I just listed,
Okay.
Utah,
Wyoming, Pennsylvania,
Wyoming, Columbia,
South
Pennsylvania,
Dakota.
Montana.
Illinois.
So,
And we have to, I think, what you all cognizant of the fact that Ware County is the largest county in Georgia, and we got, 400 and something miles,
we do.
maybe of dirt roads and
We do.
stuff. So, we would have to have a big pot of money to take care of everybody, so we're trying to do what we can,
Cause it's about $1 million a mile, ain't it?
Yep, that's roughly when you figure paving. Our surface treatment is a lot less.
A lot cheaper.
Yeah.
What I found out, it depends on how much drainage you've got to do.
Yeah.
And that's what drives up the cost. Cause I've seen some roads go for $400,000 that, and another road go for $800,000, not much difference, but,
Drainage.
cross drains and drainage, so.
Okay. Any more discussion on that? Let's move it over.
I know, Chairman, if you don't mind, I know we can't satisfy everybody, we can't satisfy all taxpayers, but we do need to, think about, like Commissioner Burst was saying, look at other areas,
Yeah,
especially when we're at a standstill in one area because of the water.
yeah.
There'll be money 2 years, 3 years from now to do that, but let's go ahead and do something else in a different area.
Right. Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's go to approved contract for Scruggs Company, Phase 2, local fund payment. I don't see a problem with that. Approve it.
Yeah, so we received bids and opened them last month and awarded a bid to Scruggs. It's the lowest bid for, these projects and they were paving of Palmetto Drive, Lake Drive, Crystal Street, Dasher Street, Bennett Lane, and the end of Story Road, and that amount for that total contract was $657,638.57. And, that comes from the 2025 LMIG LRA, and there's no match on that, so that money, and then the remaining balance would be the $715,843 that we're looking to spend on other roads, but,
Okay.
yeah, so we just need to award the contract tonight so they can go to work.
Okay.
I say let's move it over,
I
Mr.
got
Chairman.
it. Let's move that one over. Okay. Approve the proposal for Trembling Earth Complex Master Plan for pickleball.
Pickleball.
Yeah, we have plant. Mr. Adams, come up and tell us about.
Yeah, and it's not just a pickleball,
Good
it's
evening, Mr.
Yeah,
Chairman,
he got
Commissioners.
it.
Happy New Year to you all. The proposal that we have, before you is the addition of the pickleball court. If you can look at the pickleball, the master plan is a 1998 plan. And one of the additions that we'll need when we look toward the grant in June is having an updated master plan. And that master plan that will help us, the grant process in June go a lot smoother. One thing about Losa Design, the guy who actually designed the complex is still currently working. And he has a lot of knowledge on Trembling Earth, direct department. And I've been in communication with him, and he already given me some ideas and things that we need to do. And we see 2 phases in that proposal. And he will come in and talk with the commissioners, some of the staff, and give us some ideas and get some feedback actually from you all and the staff on how we want to move in the years coming, and actually put that a part of the proposal as a part of the master plan as well. But
Okay.
this updating the master plan is definitely a part of the grant that we'll be hoping to work on in June.
In other words, these pickleball courts would be in this master plan,
Yes.
and will he do the design, I guess he'll do the plan and everything
He'll
on
help
it?
us do the plan, he'll come in and, phase 1 and talk to the staff, some of the commission stakeholders in our community, kind of get feedback from what we want. And he'll go to work, and he'll come back in stage 2 and tell us about, the steps that we need to take when they get to the pickleballs. And, for instance, building up the grounds, anything we do at Trembling Earth, to build the turf up, and just coming in and giving us steps so we'll know what we'll need to take when we get those points.
Have we come up with how many courts they wanna put in there, in that area,
Minimum
in
of
the,
four.
on the
Six.
pickleball?
Starting with
Six.
Six to
Six,
eight.
is that what we said,
At least
6?
6, I think is what they're
6 or
asking
8?
for, and then room for expansion.
Okay,
And one of the things that he told me that on the south side of the Trembling Earth going down Watley is where all our sewer lines are, and that's cost us, save us a lot more than putting on any other side. So
Yeah.
we're looking at moving behind the maintenance facility, clearing off that land and expanding and going into the pickleball.
okay.
Have you went out
Yeah,
there and looked
okay.
at those at, Ware Cross College?
No, I didn't know that.
They don't call them pickleball courts, but that's, if you go out there and look at them, there's, the concrete walls are 30 feet high, and you got 3 of them. If you're standing in there, they used to use some kind of racquetball or something in there, and you'd hit it off of it. But to me, from everything I've looked at with pickleball, it looks like a pickleball court.
Right.
But back then, when I was going to Ware Cross College, and when we were taking PE, we had to hit the little blue ball with the racket. And it'd bounce off of this wall, hit that wall, come back to you, and you'd bounce it off of that wall, hit that wall, and come back to you. I don't know if they're still there, but they were back there at the back end by the tennis courts, going towards the soccer field.
We do have plans on visiting some rec departments and looking at their pickleball facilities.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Any
also,
more
too,
discussion?
in conjunction with the pickleball, I think, what is it, next year, or this year, I guess you can apply for a grant
Yes,
toward that?
that grant application, it opens in June.
Okay, for the pickleball, well,
For anything outside that we can apply for.
okay, so this will work out pretty good if we
And that's
don't
what-
approve this.
Yes, sir.
And, and I was talking with Lance about it, Mr. Chairman and
Yeah.
commissioners, and one of the things about this master plan and what this individual already being familiar, because he was the one that designed pretty much the rec department that's out there now. And one of the things I looked at in the scope of services, it says it is important to consider a few other potential future projects as well, so that each location complements the other, and their location don't create constant conflicts for their development. So this will be a good thing, because you don't want to do just kind of like you go in there and you're paving a road, then 6 months later you come back and say, well, we got to put a new sewer line down there. Well, if you know the sewer line was bad, then the wise and prudent thing would be to go and place the sewer line, then pave the road. So I think I look at it that same way with this right here, that they can pick out things, and you don't want to go put something in later on and say, well, if we hadn't have done that, we could have. So I think this is very important. I think this will be a good thing, money well spent, you know.
Okay. All right, any more? We'll carry it over.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Okay. Reappointment of Board of Zoning and Appeals, Audrey Paget and Amelia Teston.
Mr. Chairman, they expired December 31 of this year, of last year. And so we're just, they only had 1 year on the board. So we're asking to reappoint those two individuals to those spots
They both of them will stay on, they just gotta be reappointed.
to another 3-year term, to a
Is that
3-year
right?
term.
That's-
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, y'all got anything on?
Let's move it over.
Carry it over.
Turn it over, okay. All right, alcohol license request for, let's see, that's,
Mr. Chairman, I'm gonna ask Lieutenant Hanson if he'll come up and explain this request.
okay, just,
So
Dave.
Mr. Abdul Tariq has purchased the convenience store and gas station on, at 512 East Ware. He has applied for an alcohol license. I reviewed the area and also inspected the building and find the location to meet all requirements. And Mr. Tariq does not have any disqualifying, or any disqualifiers. So he meets all requirements.
okay.
Did they have an alcohol license there now, or the previous owner?
The previous owner, yes, sir.
Previous owner have one?
Yes, yes, sir.
In other words, they just gonna put it in their name.
That's
Did
correct.
did the store sell or something? It sold to them?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's all right.
It was sold to them?
It has been
Or they
sold
bought it?
and Mr. Tariq purchased it.
Okay.
Move it over.
Yeah, okay, there's nothing,
Nothing
everything good on
disqualified.
it. All right, carry it over. Okay, resolution for 2026-01, to set qualifying fees.
Mr. Chairman, this is a resolution that will establish qualifying fees for Ware County District 1, Ware County Commission District 1, Ware County Commission District 3, and those fees will be set at $144 for the solicitors, and that fee will be set at $1,714.79. The Board of Education Districts 4, 5, and 6, and those fees would be at $216.
Okay. Anybody got anything on?
Carry it over.
All right, let's carry it over.
Chairman,
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman,
we've got Carlos here, we talked about that piece of paper y'all got, if you, while
Do-
we're on election, if you wanted to explain that, you were talking about your filing.
Mr. Collins, will you come up and explain it to us?
'Cause they should-
Did it go up any, or increase, or decrease?
ours did.
It just-
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman.
Same thing.
Commissioner. No, this was just information. As you may be aware, as of January 1st of 27, y'all will be filing your own, campaign disclosure reports and your personal financial disclosure reports with the state. You won't be filing them in our office, okay? But in the transition, this year you will still file in our office. So, you know, of course, there's no fee if you're on time. But this was just a filing schedule, because now if you're required to file a campaign, not just you, but any of the county elected officials, school board, even the city, you know, you have certain times of the year that you must file your campaign disclosure form if you don't do the $1,500 exemption. Okay, but in every year, okay, every elected official must file a personal financial disclosure statement, and that's used to be due between January and July 1st. Now it's due between January and April 1st. And so you have to file your 2025 personal financial disclosure statement by April 1st of this year in our office. There is no grace period for that one. So if you are fined, that fine doesn't come from our office. That fine comes from the ethics in Atlanta if you're fined on that one. But hopefully, I know the clerk has set in on a conference, not a conference call, but a Zoom call, talking about the new peach file system that y'all will be required to file as of next year. And so I know they're going to be doing that at least a couple more times. So you'll get familiar with uploading your documents and making sure you file on time. So my job is just that you stay ahead of the game so you won't get fined. You know, I want to make sure you're aware that April 1st is the deadline to file your personal financial disclosure.
That's April 1st this year.
Yes, and that'll be for the year of 2025.
And the 27th is when we have to start doing the disclosures
On
to the
your
state
own.
on your own.
You won't be filing in our office, because now we keep everything and we upload it to the system. And so the new law is that now you will go get your own account, you will upload your own forms, you get them notarized, upload them, and then that way you won't have to come through us. And we're not responsible for making sure it is done on a timely basis. So, you know, we still will help out and remind you when deadlines are due. You know, I feel like, we need to do that. But as far as actually doing the work itself, you have to do that on your own. You can't use any government equipment or staff to do it for you. You have to do that on your own.
Okay.
And that's for city, county, and the school board. Any elected official in Ware County.
All right. Y'all got any questions?
Man, that saddened you whenever they took that away from you and put it on us, right?
Yes, sir. We're real sad
Yeah.
that you don't have to worry about coming to us.
Yeah.
And we don't have a deadline.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yes, one less thing to worry about.
I'm not gonna say that. But before I sit down, I do want to thank y'all. You know, we hosted the regional 14 meeting last week, right down the hall, and we had a great turnout. We had the chairman of the State Board of Elections. He was here. He talked about things that's coming down the pike. You know, we had the election director with the Secretary of State's office and his staff that came down, and we had all the counties in the area. So we had about 40 people here, and they enjoyed the hospitality, and it was a great time. Mr. Chairman was there. Mr. Burris spent a good little time there. We had a couple of board members that stopped by also, and so they really enjoyed seeing the teamwork in Ware County and seeing what we're doing here in Ware County. So I really appreciate your support, to our board and the citizens of Ware County.
That's good.
We appreciate what you do.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Carr. Okay.
This is the grant date.
The resolution for 2026-02. VOCA grant application. That's the, what do you call it?
Victim of crime.
Victim of crime.
Act assistant.
Yeah.
grant
No, that's the
application.
wrong one. I'm thinking about the other one.
The victim of crime, ain't it?
Mr. Chairman, this is just a resolution to approve the application so they can submit to get the funding, the grant funding for the VOCA. Victims of Crime Act. It says it's the formality that we have to go through.
Okay.
And that funding amounts $129,185.
Help the victims out. All right. Any discussion on it? Anybody got anything on it?
No, so move it over.
All right, let's move it over. Okay, resolution for 2026-03, a memorandum of understanding for the Recreation Department, the boost grant.
Boost grant,
And that's on,
Lance.
Adam, he's back there.
Lance, come over here and explain that one to us.
Yes, sir, the, resolution that we're proposing is, it's a partnership with GRPA, Boost Grant 2.0 in 2023, summer 2023 and the fall of 24. We was awarded a grant with, GRPA, and, at the end of the funding, the grant went away, and so the state legislators in Georgia actually funded this opportunity again, and so that's why it's called 2.0. So we entered into a resolution with GRPA that will follow all the guidelines that they set forth, which we have in the past. Some things that they ask us to do is have a certified educator on staff, which we do. One thing about applying for grants, you don't want to just apply for a grant because you see a grant. You want to apply for a grant knowing that you have all the tools already in place, and we have all the tools already in place. We already do these activities with the kids. We have certified educators on staff. So this is a golden opportunity for us to apply, and we did receive the grant, $45,000 to carry on after school and summer programs. So it's for this actual school year and this upcoming summer.
Okay.
It'll be good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else got anything? Let's carry this one over. Okay. And Jay, discussion of dumpster sites. That'd be legal or illegal. This has come up a lot, and we have this a lot from individuals out. They don't, and we clean up a lot of roads all the time. Furniture, hot water heaters, you name it, it's all laying in the ditches. And what this is for is to hope that we could put about 4 sites out, maybe, and have somebody to work them. We wanted to maybe, I don't know, I think James and I, we talked about, there may be a grant for it, that we could put fences up. And we'll also have to talk to one of the waste management companies, I guess, that would support it daily on the days that we had those spots open. Is that correct?
Yeah, you would have to have somebody to haul it, right?
Yeah.
On the days you have, and we spoke about quarterly, we spoke about weekly, we spoke about moving around. So it's kind of, this discussion here is to kind of get the opinion of the board and see if the board wants to, how often we want to look at doing this. Do we want to pursue it? Because we need to talk to the EPD and make sure there's no regulations we need to do for a site for them. But we would want these things fenced and then fenced and then cameras placed on those so that when they're not open, people's not just slinging stuff over the fence, people's not slinging up against the fence, and people's not putting shingles and all that other stuff in there that's not supposed to go in there. So, but it's just something that we're discussing. I don't have a cost of these. I know we pick up a lot of trash on the road, and just the other day I talked with Public Works, and they scheduled the inmate crew to go out there and start piling up some trash on the road. And that night, they started that day, that night somebody come and added to the pile. So, and we thought maybe if we can come up with some kind of either pilot, test run, something to give people the opportunity to dispose of their trash, maybe it won't end up in the ditches or on the side of the road.
We need to appoint somebody then, maybe a commissioner or something to look into it, see what we can do with it.
Or just, if you wanna give me direction to look into it, we'll research it and see what,
Okay, we'll wanna,
what we come up with. And I'll get with Beverly and we'll try to determine kind of a cost and so forth.
okay.
Well, Mr. Chairman, and I think this is a great idea, but it can come back to bite us if we don't do this thing right.
Right.
Because it's like I say, and I know other communities that have done stuff like this, and we wanna try to make it accommodate for the citizen, but like anything else, you're gonna have some people that's gonna abuse it. And if it's just not done right, it's gonna be a nightmare. And, Dave, I know, I talked with him a while back about a situation where, over there, where it's off of Ware, where they kept dumping over there, and, I mean, right there in your face, I mean, and they knew who was pretty much doing it, that was doing the dumping, and I think Dave, he checked into it and got everything resolved with it.
Right.
But, anytime you put something like that, you're gonna have some people that's gonna abuse it, you know, and like say, you don't wanna come out there and you got a whole house where they done shingled the roof and got all the shingles there.
Right.
You know, tires, just all kind of stuff, you know. And I think it's great, and I could, you know, support it if it's done right.
Right. And we'll put a blast out on county manager's link and, or citizen, or not citizen, but, listserv and see if any other counties have any of these dumpsters or a program like this and see how they operate.
Now, I think I saw something where the city is getting ready to do one, have the rollout. And I think they pretty much have someone that mans it.
That's right.
During the time when they can bring it, and they may have it like, say, one day out the month or whatever. And when they have it out there, that's when you can bring it. That way you got someone that can monitor it, and then when they take it up, it may be a little while before it comes back, but it will afford them that opportunity.
It would have to be monitored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have to be monitored.
That's what we, discussed on that thing, was to put one out and have maybe about 4 of them where you could have it open 4 days a week, but it wouldn't be in the same place.
Right.
And it'd be manned and with cameras on it when you wasn't there.
Right.
And maybe get the sheriff to help us with it, that he could have the cameras. And I think that's probably what it's gonna take to do it,
Yeah.
to help the county.
Did you say there may be a grant that we can get to help pay for that?
Well, I mean, there's different grants. I'm not sure exactly one. I know there's a tire grant for tires.
Yeah.
But there may be some other EPD grants that may help with the disposal of the trash, but I just have to look and see.
I know we've done them in the past, years ago, you know, we would take one Saturday and set it aside, and it'd take a month to haul that trash off after, you know, for just that one weekend, it'd be piled up so much, but, it'd be good to do something like that where people can have somewhere to haul the trash off. Right now, there's nobody open on Saturday, and that's the only time a working man's got time to haul trash off is on Saturday. And, a lot of it ends up in the woods.
I tell you something else too, Barry, you made me think about something when you saying that. Now, I think with the city, a lot of time when they have those, you can't have somebody coming in from another county bringing a bunch of stuff. You got to have some kind of like
Somebody
proof
demand
that you
it.
are Ware County. And just like with the city, I think they maybe use like a water bill or something like that. You got to have something, because if not, you know, hey, people, they are opportunists now. They say, well, okay, I can go dump this over here, because I know they're going to have it, you know, next week over there. That's why I say if it's done right, you know, I can support that if it's done right. But if not, because it's going to be a nightmare.
Okay. Any more on it? All right, let's carry it over. Okay,
Actually, Mr. Chairman, we won't have to carry that to the agenda. Just kind of give me a consensus
Yes.
direction and I'll.
we have to give it to you, give you the permission now or in
Yeah, you
the,
can just give me the permission to, or consensus for the commission to go out and I'll look at it and I'll do that. I won't carry it over.
okay.
Do what you gotta
Can we
do.
do it now in the work session or?
Because
we
it
can't?
won't require a vote.
Okay.
Yep.
Y'all, all in favor of giving him permission to
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
check on it and
Check
see
on
what
it.
it'll cost us?
Check with some other counties, you know, maybe see
bring it
what they
back.
found out, what had been the pros and the cons, and what we done to get it, right.
Speaking of, Chairman, the webinar that I sat in the other day about the tire grant, there is something about some solid waste management thing, and I'll look into that while he's doing the other.
Okay. All in favor of giving it to him?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right, you got the, okay. All right, purchase pipe for, Public Works. How much, did he, he's got a list of how much he wants to buy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
okay. That's for driveways and stuff like that. You
Yes.
have some on hand.
Yes,
Right.
have some on hand, yes, sir.
I thought we voted that we wasn't gonna do driveways anymore. We wasn't gonna pipe driveways anymore.
Well,
No,
we're not, but some of them we have
We
to
never say
because
that.
You have to,
they're
yeah.
rusted out. I mean, you know, they still, some of them decay and what.
No, I thought right here about 2 months ago, we were talking about driveways that we wasn't gonna do it anymore. If they wanted to have a concrete, like run up to them
Oh,
put
yeah.
down a driveway or something like that, we wasn't gonna go in there and put pipes, they would have to pay for it.
They do.
No,
pay
they
for
have
it.
to pay for
Yeah,
this
They
too.
still have to.
They
pay.
still have to pay for it. Yeah, they still have to pay
Well,
for it.
unless
We have
we're
to have it on
replacing
hand.
one,
Unless we're replacing one that's decayed or
Right,
whatever.
yeah, but the landowners, they pay for driveway pipes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I,
We just gotta have it on hand and we sell it.
Right.
back to
Mr.
them.
Chairman, I suggest we move this on over because I think, some of them done been sold, it's waiting on some pipes.
Yeah.
For the
Maybe.
order.
We got to buy it.
Just move it over.
move it over.
Yeah, I think, a while back we did it when, Larry was here, we got some piped in, and like I said, it's better to have it on hand and when you need it, you go and get it instead of having to
Wait on it.
wait on it, right?
And the cost is almost a wash if these are ones that we use
Yeah,
for
we just
driveways.
wash it out.
If it's for new driveways anyway, so.
Okay. All right, let's go on. Carry that one over. Okay, we got a 2% cost of living adjustment for all employees.
Move it over.
Move it
I
over.
think that's something we said when we was
We got the money?
Yep,
I don't
based
get
on,
nobody no raise unless I got money.
Yeah, I think-
I ain't got none.
What it's like-
Y'all might have plenty of money.
we are, on our expenditures, I believe it was when I read that.
Yeah, yes, sir, that's what I got from Miss York. We're under on our expenditures, and then also, we've received some, funds that we didn't anticipate on receiving for some roads that we, that repaired. So we have some of those extra funds there,
And I
so,
think whenever we were in the budget, we, at that time, we gave, what was it, 3% COLA?
we did.
And we, with the understanding that we would look at the budget mid-year, which is now, and if
Right.
we saw where we could do it, that we would try to give another 2%.
We did.
And, I think it'd be money well spent. We got great employees, and we all know that this is the day and age of whenever people, they're recruiting people and money's the driving force,
It's cheaper to retain employees than it
Right,
is to
and
hire
I-
new
I-
ones and
Yeah, and I
and
think we
train
need,
them. And, but yes, sir, we should be able to, fund that 2%. And that's what we did is, we were worried about getting our money back from FEMA. And we're still worried about getting money back from FEMA. However,
Yeah, we never got it.
we've gotten, probably a little over 4 million back from FEMA, and then we've got some back, that's from Helene. And we've got some back from Debbie.
now this is the one, Debbie, where kind of helping us where we can
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
afford to do that.
Yes, sir, and then also there's, Ms. York has a website she can go to with the state that looks at, pending checks that the state may be cutting towards the counties for reimbursements, and there was another, line item on there for, over 4 million to come to us. Now, it doesn't tell you how it's gonna come to you, whether it's gonna come to you at $200,000 increments or $500,000, but, it gives the end date when it should be, done, I think, or something like that, so we have that too.
Yes, kind of,
And we received the, Trees Act.
Right.
So we received the, funds from the state for, the damaged trees that were cut.
okay, but I think it'd be.
That ain't bad, I reckon. $200,000, all that cost us.
Not bad.
So I think that the truer number's around 180.
180.
Yes, sir, for a 6-month period for a 2% raise.
Okay.
Now, do we know if the employee really want this or not?
Well,
We'll take the 10%.
I'll find out in the morning.
I mean, they may not want it.
Well,
If you vote no, I'll find out tomorrow.
What I
they
had,
they don't mind, they the only ones I'm worried about, taxpayers. Do they wanna pay it?
Yeah, so,
There's two ways, this is a two-street thing, everybody, we mess with other folks' money too. We got
what
to
I'm told though,
remember that.
Mr. Chairman, is if we don't try to keep the employees we got, when we go to hire somebody, they having to pay them a lot more than what we paying the ones we got. I saw that in the position that I left, when I left the county. They had to pay somebody a lot more than and I had been here 40 years.
Right.
Just to start out, you know, and that's why I'm for it. If we got the money, I say let's do it.
Yeah.
I agree.
And also,
Okay.
I think it sends a strong signal or message to our employees that we really value them.
That we
You know,
would
that we
like to
value
keep
them,
them.
and, you know, we just wanna try to do what we can, you know, that's reasonable. And I think this is a reasonable request right here.
Okay. Any more? Okay. All right, let's carry it over. Managers' comments, you got any comments?
I just had mine for regular meeting.
Okay. Commission comments, y'all got any
I'll wait to
comments
the end
going
of
on the work session?
Yep, I'll wait to the end of the meeting.
If not, I'm gonna ask for a motion to adjourn the, work session.
So moved.
I second.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Work session adjourned for, what, we supposed to be back at
4:30.
4:30 is,
A public hearing.
that's already. We got a public hearing next, okay?
Mr. Chairman, this
What,
shouldn't
take
take.
10 minutes, how much you need?
Mr. Chairman, this public hearing won't take but probably 3 or 4 minutes. We're gonna knock it out and then take a break.
Y'all wanna go into the public hearing then now?
That's fine with me.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
And then have a break,
Okay.
okay? All right, let's go to the public hearing. All right. Let's do a roll call on a public hearing. We need to do a roll call again, so, let me do a roll call. Mr. Burris?
Present.
Mr. Tindall? Mr. Lucas? Here. Mr. Cox?
Here.
Chair's here. Okay, well, we got, let's see. Dustin, will you come up and explain to us what we got here on the public hearing?
Sir.
Okay?
Sorry, just go ahead and turn it on the map for you. Alright, so this is a request, to rezone, 2590 Cactus Street, it's parcel number WA 2511-002, from A Agriculture Forestry to C2 Highway Commercial, for the purpose of storing vehicles. The applicant is Jesse Guy. He's the property owner. The piece of property, it's approximately 7.85 acres. To the north of it, you've got commercial, residential, and agricultural uses, so you've got some A, CDD, C2, over towards the fairgrounds. And you also have some C2 over here, on the other side of Knight Avenue, but, to the south of it, you've got commercial, that's gonna be, city commercial, you got the Hobby Lobby, Walmart, all that stuff back there behind it. To the east of it, you've got a mixture of, agriculture, commercial forestry, residential type uses, so you've got, R75MH and some A scattered off here to the east of it, and CDD up here. To the west of it, you got a little bit more agriculture here, you got some C2 right here, and you got the, mall area over here as well. You got one little house right here at the corner, Hatcher Point and, Canal Road. As far as major street plan, Cactus Street shown as a minor street. As far as the comprehensive plan, the future land use plan, it's got that listed or characterized as crossroads commercial corridor. And that's talking about commercial uses scattered around US 82, US 1, and so I mean, that kind of fits in there with that. There's also a very small sliver of it that's at the very southern part of it that's listed as agriculture, silviculture, but for the most part, that property fits right in with that. As far as public utilities, site has existing private well septic, but isn't far from existing water and sewer sources. Fire protection, that'd be available through Vickers Road. I think it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from there. As far as potential development, it's located at the end of Cactus Street. Could be used for other ag or residential uses based on current zoning. The Waycross Ware County Planning Commission, they met regarding it and voted unanimously to approve the request at their December the 11th, 2025 meeting. So attached, I've also got a copy of our Ware County's rezoning standards. I'll go over those real quick. Proposed amendment would permit a use that's suitable in view of the use and development of adjacent and nearby property. Yes. Excuse me. The property is adjacent to commercial properties in the area and is expected to trend towards commercial development due to its proximity to the mall and other stores. 2, the proposed amendment would adversely affect the existing use and usability of adjacent nearby properties. No, the property is already adjacent to other commercial properties using the same zoning rules. 3, the property to be affected by the proposed amendment has a reasonable economic use as currently zoned. Yes. The property could be developed with other agricultural residential uses. 4, the proposed amendment would result in a use that would or could cause excessive or burdensome use to existing streets, transportation facilities, utilities, or schools. No, the property isn't expected to generate burdensome traffic at this time. For the most part, all he's wanting to do is just move cars parked over there temporarily while they're doing other stuff with them. So, 5, the proposed amendment is in conformity with the policy and intent of the land use plan. However, nothing herein shall prevent a zoning decision which is not in conformity with the policy and intent of such land use plan. Yes, the character area maps have it designated as crossroads commercial corridor, and that agrees with the requested zoning type. As far as 6, other existing conditions affecting the use or development of the property which give support and grounds for either approval or disapproval of the amendment, we put no. So,
Okay.
so like I said, there should be a copy of the maps in there for it, showing where it's located, the aerial photo showing what it looks like, as well as the zoning out there. And I've also got it pulled up on the screen for y'all if y'all got any questions in general.
Is it the one in the green or the red?
It's gonna be this piece of property. Well, let me turn off the on for a second. So it's gonna be this piece of property. Highlighted in blue right here.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right.
So like I said, you got.
It's like Cactus Street dead ends right into it.
Mm-hmm. It's just a dead end cul-de-sac.
Yeah. Okay.
Any more in support of it. Okay, do we have anybody that oppose this thing? Do we have anybody that oppose it? Don't want it. Okay,
Move it over.
we can carry it over. Okay,
Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir, thank you.
thank you, Dustin.
Yes, sir, thank you.
That's it, boss.
Okay. Any comments from the commission?
No, sir.
All right, I hear a motion to
So
adjourn.
move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Okay. All in favor? Meeting adjourned. We'll come back in about 10 minutes,
5 o'clock, I'm say 5 o'clock.
5
Yeah, be about 11.
5 o'clock for the, regular meeting.
11 and a half minutes.